Hey there everybody, welcome back to another video on shoulder pain. This is a follow-up video to the one that I just made that was all about the single best exercise for shoulder pain, which was total motion release or TMR arm raises. So at the very end of that video I explained how another favorite exercise of mine to do to improve shoulder pain, especially for someone with difficulty reaching, is actually a leg lift. Now it sounds really weird, it sounds like it's probably kind of a little bit of voodoo or I don't know, snake oil or something like that. But it actually works quite well for a lot of people. So I want to walk you through that in this video and kind of explain how this works. So going back to the foundations of TMR, which is total motion release, the primary concept or the foundational concept is that you're taking a painful side, let's say it's my right shoulder that's painful, and you're trying to work other areas of your body that aren't painful to have a positive effect on this area. So again, as an example, let's say my right arm really hurts, I've got some rotator cuff irritation, I've got some weakness there, it's a painful movement pattern, and let's just say for an example, I can't lift my arm above my shoulder height very easily. So in the first video, which was TMR arm raises, which I can pop up here if you want to start there and then come back to this one, I'm going to use my non-painful side, my left side, and I'm going to practice arm raises over there to have a positive effect on my painful right side. So again, sounds kind of weird, but it typically works, and one of the main reasons it works is this idea of neurological overflow, which means that the same motor pattern, which is a program that lives in my brain that allows me to lift my right arm, that same pattern also exists to help me lift my left arm. So on my left arm, if I have really good access to that motor pattern of just reaching my left arm up and down repetitively, and I do it enough times, that motor pattern will overflow over to my other side of my body, and then typically has a positive effect on that side as well. So you kind of have to see it or experience it to believe it, but that's the main concept, that's the underlying concept of how this is all working. So it kind of makes sense to say that, well, hey, if you use that motor pattern on the left side, it's the same exact pattern to go on the right side. What's weird, and what I can't quite explain nearly as clearly, is that oftentimes doing a really smooth motor pattern in a different part of your body will actually have a positive impact on your shoulder as well. So in this example, what I'm going to tell you is that you can practice leg lifts and it will improve your shoulder. Again, a lot of times you got to see it to believe it, so just stick with me. If you're looking for alternative ways to improve shoulder motion and you haven't had good luck with some other things that you've tried, more traditional routes, this is definitely going to be worth your time. So leg raises, simply put, here's how you're going to do it. You're going to follow the same basic TMR principles, which are you want to test each leg and see which one is easier. That's extremely important. Test each leg, see which one is easier. So for this, you want to sit on the edge of your chair, scoot forward, and just place your hands on your chest or your stomach. You're going to put one leg out straight in front of you. I'm sorry you can't see the bottom of my leg here, but one leg is out straight in front of me, one leg is still bent. So I'm going to practice lifting my right leg up in the air as high as I can get it. I can lean back a little bit, that's okay. I'm going to see as high as I can get it, put it back down. Test that out once or twice. You're just lifting your leg straight up in the air. You can kind of see me here. I'm lifting my right leg straight up in the air. Kind of bends a little bit. I'm trying to keep it straight. Okay, so that's my right leg. Then I'm going to test my left leg. Put my left leg straight out, lift that one up as high as I can. And for me, I don't know if you can see on the camera, it's much easier for me to lift my left leg. I don't really know why it's easier, it just is. So for the average person watching the video, you're going to test both legs and you're going to find that one side is just easier. So the left leg for me is easier. I can retest if I want to. Left leg goes higher with much less effort. So the left leg is my easier side. So sticking with TMR philosophy, I'm going to work the left leg repetitively, and then I'm going to see if it has a positive impact on my right shoulder. Sounds weird, but again, it's worth trying. So in this case, what I would do is I would do 2 sets of, like, say 10 or 12 leg raises on my left leg, and at the end of my 2 sets of 12 or whatever, just kind of to fatigue, take a little breath here, shake my arms out, and then I'm just going to try my shoulder reach again on the right side. Now again, it sounds really weird until you actually see it work, and then it's just really cool at that point. So that's my TMR exercise to improve a right shoulder issue. Just test both legs, see which leg is easier, work the easy leg. So in this example, I do 2 sets of 12, let's say on the left leg. I retest the right arm. It's gotten a little bit better, feels a little bit better. So then what do is I rest, I go back to that left leg and do another set, 2 sets of 12, and I retest again. So hopefully this will help you if you're struggling with shoulder pain, reaching the arm, and maybe some of the things that you've tried just haven't quite given you the results you're looking for. Again, I would go back to that first video that I just made a little while ago on the TMR shoulder raises. That's the single best exercise for shoulder pain, in my opinion. And again, one of the reasons I really like these exercises is because they're simple to follow, and they don't really involve you trying to force this right arm to do things it doesn't want to do. You're looking at easier, less painful portions of your body, and you're working those areas. I'm lifting the left arm to try to improve the right arm. In the case of the leg raises, both of my legs feel good. One side just happens to feel easier and better than the other. I'm working the easier side, and then I'm seeing how that has an effect on my right arm again. So again, they're easy to do. They don't work for everybody, but if they work for you, it's really nice. And again, they're easy to perform, and at the very least, if you get some mild improvement on the right shoulder, that's better than nothing, and you really haven't lost anything if it doesn't work, except maybe 5 minutes of your time. So anyhow, that is the second exercise in this series. I don't have any more coming up as of right now as far as I'm thinking of for shoulder pain, but certainly I would love to hear your comments if you've tried it, if it works, if it doesn't work. Let me know below the video. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I hope this helps you with your shoulder pain. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.